A long time ago in faraway land there lived an old witch. A witch with a plan. Her hair was all scraggly, her skin was all green, her head hurt, her feet hurt, she was grumpy and mean. Her name was Witch Hilda, and the townspeople say that no one dared visit her, and she liked it that way, so she kept to herself in a dark wooden shack at the edge of the forest. On her door hung a plaque, "Beware, go away, stay back." Now a young witch named Irish was living nearby. Her skin was pure white, her feet were pint-size, and a sparkle of light seemed to flow from her eyes. She carried secret, and folks say it's true. Iris was once a grumpy witch too, but something had changed her now. What could that be? Hilda was curious and just had to see. Her plan was to follow Witch Irish to town, for she carried a book with secrets abound. Did this book have a spell, or maybe a potion? Did she conjure up a frog, or rub on some lotion? This book held the answer soon. Her plan was in motion. One day when the old witch was casting a spell, she noticed Witch Irish walking past her door. Well, grumbling, but curious, Hilda crept to the door, for no one dared come so near her. Before she peeked through the window and made not a sound as Iris walked past her, but then turned around. In her hand was the book Hilda needed to see, that told of secret. Now what could that be? Why did she stop? Hilda just had to know. Then a small spark of light seemed to dance and to glow. It circled Witch Irish from her feet to her chin. Then that magical light was all gone again. Irish started to walk with a smile on her face as happiness flowed out all over the place. More curious than ever, Witch Hilda cried out, "I must have that book. One can't be without, for happiness was something." She knew little about. Hilda went to her kitchen and pulled out a spell. Then mumbled some words. As she did, the book fell from Iris' feet. It flew through the air and finally landed in Hilda's porch chair. Hilda rushed out and grabbed it, then ran down the street huffing and puffing. So fast went her feet, Irish started to chase her, but could not keep up that narrow road. Twisted and turned, it was tough. Hilda stopped at clearing where no one could see, and tiptoed so quiet behind an oak tree. Hilda opened that book, and looking inside, her eyes grew quite large and her mouth opened wide. She read each word carefully, then put the book down. And you would not believe the answer she found. The secret, it said, was a magical light that was not from a potion or lotion. Not quite, it starts deep inside you. A strange place, I know, where just a kind word makes a little heart grow. Then just like a seed it gets bigger, and then happiness fills you all over again. Then Hilda sat down, wondering what she should do. For so long she was grumpy, it was all that she knew. Then softly she moaned and said with a sigh, "I have an idea, guess I will give it a try." She followed her feet to middle of town and watched as the witches were hurrying around, smiling and laughing. Why, there was not a frown. Thought the old witch. What words could I say? It's kindness I need, and it's Christmas today. Maybe a greeting would be a good start, but what kind words could come from her heart? She thought, and when she was through she had an idea, so off she flew. Then she stood on a corner so no one could miss the following words, and they went just like this. Holiday greetings, my neighbors and friends, Happy Hanukkah to her, and Merry Christmas to him. And then something happened. The townspeople say that changed old Witch Hilda in a very special way. Her kind words kept flowing. People shouted horror, while a wonderful feeling filled her all of that day. Yes, Hilda was smiling as the feeling just grew, and the magical light now shined from her too, turning Hilda from grumpy to happy times two. From those small words of kindness her life turned around, and the joy that it brought spread all over town. Now Hilda and Iris are best friends. It's true, they laugh, and they share just as friends often do, and which Hilda learned a lesson that day. Her choice to be kind chased the grumpiness away. Her head did not hurt like it did in the start, and she learned words could change things. Now was not that smart, but which Hilda's story does not end here. There is a stranger in the town. Is there something to fear? Another adventure is waiting for you in book number 2.